back in Week 4. The Patriots dominated their...
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. The numbers for Hill a week ago: 19 carries, 69 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
And that'll set them back 5. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Following the penalty, it's Hill. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Jackson. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, these two teams, you might remember, met in Foxborough earlier in the season with the Patriots winning that ball game. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson now. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Dolphins now getting set for their initial possession. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
It'll be a loss of 13 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They go play action now. Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. Off the draw, here's Hill. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. To throw is Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Chris Godwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Now the try here for the point after. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Stiff-armed him. Powering his way forward. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the Patriots to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Complete to number 22.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson.
Open man is Jordan, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Play action. It's Jackson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
A throw right side caught by Keene.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
1st and goal, New England.
Here's Jackson. Forced out to, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game.
And the Patriots have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Miami's offense set and ready to go.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd.
He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that'll be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Finding some room at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The Pats at the line, ready to go. After the interception, here's Jackson.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Throw left side complete. That's Jordan. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Hill. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down now, Wilkinson. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
New England on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3. A gain of 4 yards.
These 2 teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On 1st down, Calhoun, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they got no chance to win this game.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Patriots take over. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's thrown for a touchdown pass, and he's run for one so far.
When you're able to watch a guy perform at a high level and do it in multiple ways, arm, legs, he really helps his team in a big way. You've got to think that they feel great about where they are in this ball game, and they feel even better about him leading their team.
Now he's hoping to put them into a better spot after this drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Jordan. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing is Jackson. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Jackson on 1st down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tackle at the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now it's Jackson. Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go with Hill. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 15.
He'll drop to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Seven yards on the return after a punt of 39. And out will come the offense as they take over. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts the defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
It got his man complete. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there just before halftime. But for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
From the gun, it's Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. He's got Jordan complete right side. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Jackson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Jalen Phillips, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And it's the Cardinals who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Kyler Murray has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head cross-country to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. The Giants seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. The Steelers trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for New England. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Calhoun gets around, and he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Trotty. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson. He finds his man complete. That's Webb.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Third down.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Jackson now. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one one bit.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
They'll run on first down. Calhoun.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Calhoun. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to a field goal. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. Flushed out right, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. On third down, Jackson.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, with the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. A gain of 6 there on first. On second down, Calhoun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there for the Patriots. That last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down. Now Jackson.
Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. Calhoun. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
120 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On 3rd down, Calhoun. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Calhoun shifts past him at the 45. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this score will stay right where it is.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Hill. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
To throw is Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now a 10th carry for Hill. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They run. It's Hill. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And now Jackson will look to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Jackson. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the point. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And down he'll go at the 25.
That's good for the Dolphins. 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll try the left side. Calhoun. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Patriots ready to try again on offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Jordan. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So the Dolphins now down by 9. At time, a huge factor. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly.
And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Here's Hill again on 2nd down.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Jackson going to run.
And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Patriots are looking like they'll move to 6-1 as they extend their 4th quarter lead. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more.
Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got him in. Complete. Past the 20. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots.